Jesus came to take away the sins of the world, and he would do this by sacrificing his life in the most gruesome way the Roman world could imagine. Jesus was under a lot of pressure. How did he handle pressure? He often went to a mountain to be alone with God. None of us has the weight of the world's sins on our shoulders, but each of us have our own seasons of pressure. Mine came in my early 40s. My investigation had been selected as part of the science payload for a space shuttle mission. My job was to ensure that the data acquired would be sufficient to understand both the behavior and the physics of the new technology. Imagine the pressure. I live on a mountain, Montesano, so I didn't have to go up on a mountain as our Lord did. But following his example, on Saturday mornings, I would regularly hike into the nearby state park where I found a comfortable rock to sit on that overlooked a deep gorge about a half a mile wide. Here, I would meditate. In other words, put things in proper perspective relative to God and spend time with God. One morning, I noticed that my rock was bathed in sunshine, as was the bluff on the other side. But the gorge below was filled with a thick fog. The fog obscured a number of dangers between me and the other side: boulders, several vertical drops, a stream to ford, and a steep bluff to climb. Similarly, life has its foggy gorges full of dangers. I was reminded of the 23rd Psalm. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for thou art with me. Then as I observed the sun shining on the far side, I thought about the end of that psalm. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever. You know, all human endeavors, no matter how grandiose, are temporal and fade away. The great pyramids of Egypt that tens of thousands of people worked on for most of their lives are crumbling. But God is eternal. He loves us, and if we so choose, he will spend eternity with us. But knowing him requires dedicated time. We must never allow the pressures of this life to crowd out our time with God. As I reconsidered my job and responsibilities, I became quite sure that there will be no space shuttles in heaven. But those souls God has brought across my path in this life, if I teach, and if they so choose, they will be there. It's a great thing to know something about God's creation, but how much greater it is to know the Creator himself.